I know very many Kenyans have forgotten about this. When William Ruto was campaigning for the presidency, he promised to give mothers of newborn babies diapers for at least 3 months. That was a promise William Ruto made. Listen to this.
I commit to provide mothers of newborn babies with diapers for their children for a minimum of 3 months paid for by the government of Kenya.
That was William Ruto during the campaigns. Ruto has been in office now for slightly over 1 year. Mothers of newborn babies have never been given diapers for even one single day, leave alone the 3 months he was talking about. No mother has been given diapers for even one single day. So Ruto lied to these women. If you look on how William Ruto campaigned, he had promises for various groups. The youths, boda, mama mboga, women. He had very good promises for these various groups. Promises that have turned out as lies. So Ruto was just lying to these people. And this is why I keep on repeating here that Ruto is a lying president. He fails the test on leadership and integrity. If only the legislature was doing its role properly, if our members of parliament were working as they should, William Ruto ought to have been impeached long time ago. It's very unfortunate that it's clear this is a lying president. Kenyans are still ululating and cheering him up as he gives more promises and more lies. Very unfortunate. I don't know what's happening to my motherland country. A leader lying in broad daylight, Kenyans are still cheering him up, encouraging him to continue lying. I want us to dig deep into all this. But before we do that, I want us to listen to some very interesting songs, or rather a song being composed by some creative Kenyans. Creative Kenyans are composing very interesting songs to expose William Samoei Ruto. Listen to this before we continue.
Sababu tunaogopa kuchagua viongozi, sababu nitajenga daraja, nitawajengea shule, nitaleta umeme, nichagueni mimi. Nitajenga daraja, nitawajengea shule, nitaleta umeme, nichagueni mimi. Wanafunzi wengi.
That song best describes William Ruto. It's actually true that Ruto is a typical politician, but is coming out as not a leader. He's very good when it comes to politics, because Ruto believes that politics has to be dirty, and he's really playing it dirty. He's a good student of Niccolo Machiavelli. Ruto believes that politics must have some elements of that in it. And just as a few days ago, if I can remember, there is this socialite, Huda Munroy, who actually stated that in the future, she will not vote for anybody coming on the platform of a hustler. That, vote for me because I come from a poor background. That's how William Ruto campaigned. That, I'm a hustler. My father was a nobody, so I'm like you. Vote for me because I'm like you. Ruto has just killed that. He has killed that kind of a campaign. In fact, he has done a lot of injustice to those from poor backgrounds. So you can see how a small mistake can actually spoil chances for others. I'm calling it a mistake because even before Kenyans voted, Ruto's track record was out, right on how he started his politics. But some Kenyans allowed themselves to be lied to. So he has actually killed, he has destroyed things for even the hustlers who supported him, thinking he was going to help them. He has even spoiled chances for them. Besides that, if you look at the 1 year of Ruto's government, it's actually true that it has been a very long year, a year of suffering for a majority of Kenyans. And the bad news is that Ruto is exhibiting some dictatorial tendencies. Yesterday, his close ally, Nandi Senator Cherargei, actually submitted a proposal at Bomas to the bipartisan talks going on. Cherargei wants the presidential term limit to be increased to 7 years, and that should apply to the current president. 2 terms of 7 years. So that's 14 years. And I believe that Cherargei never just woke up and presented that petition. It's clear that some powerful forces were behind that petition. In our next analysis, we are going to dig deep into that for Kenyans to understand it better. But one thing coming out very clearly, Kenyans will regret, and William Ruto will go down in history as the worst president Kenya's ever had. If you just look on the 100, or rather, it's usually just have a look at the first 100 days in office for you to gauge how a leader will perform. If you look at the first 100 days in office, and now the first 1 year in office, things are worsening. There is no hope here, ladies and gentlemen. No hope. Things are only but going to worsen. As I conclude, it's actually true that Ruto is also serving outsiders, the interest of outsiders, the Western superpowers. He does not care about Kenyans at all. And that's why Kenyans are actually suffering. The West are really happy praising William Ruto, for they know William Ruto is actually serving their interests. And that goes on to confirm that it's actually true. It's the West that forced Ruto onto Kenyans. Kenyans never voted for William Ruto. So Ruto does not care about what Kenyans are going through. We know that American president really pressed him just a few days ago. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any other person who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.